Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Beer and Pretzels Gaming. I'm Adam, here in the DM seat for the second part of our Mothership, another bug hunt entitled Hivemind. Our crew is heading out from the initial base that they landed at and heading to the Heron terraforming station, which is the first stop on their way out to where they believe the android that they're looking for is. So, before we get started off on anything, Ant and Jeff, can you guys make a 2d10 roll for me? And let me know what you get.
18.
14.
Okay.
I don't know if high is good or bad.
I don't know either.
But
Well, you guys are heading out from the garage doors of this base, heading towards deeper into the rainforest that you guys saw surrounding this base. So it looks like on the autopilot, it's going to take about 20 minutes to get there with the speed that the APC is going. And it looks like it's pretty much going to be a straight shot down this like kind of cut out path down through the rainforest.
can I scan for life forms, please? And thank you.
Sure. Give me a computer's intellect check.
And while he's doing that, I'm just going to kick off the autopilot and I'm just going to speed this up a little bit.
Okay.
I succeed.
So with your success, you see there's plant life pretty much all around you, which to be expected. And then you're getting some signs of movement kind of probably a couple miles up the road.
I just let you guys all know, like, could be life or like just creatures of the forest and whatnot. It could be more of those clinking crab people.
We don't have any more acid, do we?
We do not.
Hey, Doc.
Ow.
You think you can do anything about these cuts, buddy? These are kind of like what the people at the base had.
Yeah, I remember the corpses had similar cuts like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even need to make a roll. You can tell that those are pretty much the same as the cuts that you saw in those bodies in the first base that you guys explored.
Yeah. So to be honest with you, Al, I don't know enough about this disease to make a proper diagnosis. Best thing we can do is seal you up for now, keep monitoring you, and you let me know if you have any pain. I can administer some drugs, and we're gonna get you to a medical facility. Hopefully, we can find a good medical facility and run some scans, and then we could always go from there.
I think I have a broken rib too.
There's not much I can do with that. I can
Come on, man.
wrap you. I can wrap you up with some gauze.
How about the hole in my armor? You got anything?
Yeah, with the cuts, you probably don't want to have it exposed to like open air, the jungle here, or anywhere really. Get infections. Let me look through my medical kit, see what I got here, and see. I'm gonna look through my medical kit. Can I find a thing of like foam sealant? They use it for like sealing like trauma stuff and like bullet holes and stuff. It's like a medical grade foam.
Sure. Yeah, you can give me some kind of intellect roll to...
Chemistry okay for
Sure,
that?
yeah.
Because it's chemical.
Mhm.
Kind of, sort of.
Close enough.
Kind of, sort of.
Oh, fuck no. Nope. 95. That's a bet. Nope.
So you go and you spray it around the like outside.
I can't make the hole close. It keeps like falling.
Yeah,
Like, it's like the ice cream cone. You make it too big and it's like.
yeah.
Oh,
you get it as good as you can, but it doesn't feel like his suit is airtight anymore.
Yeah.
What did I just get on my arm?
Oh, you're gonna need some aspartame in order to get that off now.
Great.
That's all over the APC. What? Like, I go.
Don't. It's gonna be on there till you wear it off, or you get some nail polish remover.
So I'm gonna be a crab, and I'm gonna be covered in foam.
Yes.
At least that's shock absorbent.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you might not be a crab. We could shoot you before you become a crab. Which is why telling me what's going on with you is very important. Like,
But what if I like being a crab?
then we'll just release you into the wild. You can just be.
I
a crab.
think
I'm gonna be a
you
wild
shouldn't
crab.
you shouldn't want to be a crab. I think that's a bad sign.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. If I'm gonna be honest, we probably want to make sure we're on top of that because unfortunately, if you become a crab, I don't know about you, but I don't have many combat skills.
I'd prefer
Well-
not to be going crab, to be clear.
I mean,
I'm happy you feel that way.
I'm not designed for combat, but I'm sure I could shoot this machine gun MSG and kill you if you need be. You know, I mean, not right now.
I think
talking about if
MSG might just make me tasty.
Ooh, could you are a
Some
crab?
crab
Yeah.
with some
Ooh, bacon for
MSG.
$3.25
Anyway,
per pound.
Jeff, you're
Yeah.
kind of driving down the road a little bit. It's been probably about 15-ish minutes at this point,
Little Old Bay.
and there's raindrops starting to kind of fall onto the windshield as you're driving. It looks like it's probably going to start raining pretty heavily soon.
Mhm.
And then further down the road, you see kind of zipping in between you see like a form. You can't really make out exactly what it is. You see a form kind of zipping in and out of the jungle across the road, probably about 100 yards ahead or so.
All right, everybody, strap in. We're gunning it.
Why? What's
I
going
don't-
on, Clay?
Because it's about to storm.
All right.
I don't want to be caught in this shit.
All right. So you floor it, and the engine revs up and starts like kind of kicking. You can hear it, and you're going. You're probably going like 60 miles an hour. Like it's not super fast, but it's
But
like
pretty
fast for what
it's
it
pretty
is.
fast.
yeah. And as you're kind of approaching these things, it only takes like a couple seconds. You see the forms of two of these crab-like creatures. Can two people, you two, give me a D100, please.
57 for Al.
16.
So one of them you see as you're kind of approaching it has these long, distended, serrated claws, and the other has these long tendrils coming off of like either side of it that kind of end in these sharp points. And you're just kind of flying up to them as they turn around and are kind of immediately aware of you as you're gunning the engine and start kind of making a beeline towards your car.
Sounds like a whole bunch of nope to me.
Sounds like I need them claws.
I don't like any of that. I'm just going to put that out there. That all seems terrifying.
If I had a choice, I want to turn into the tentacle one.
You can get the tentacles. I'm more into the claws.
Think about all the stuff I could grab.
And as you guys are kind of roaring up towards these things, in the distance, suddenly, when you're probably about like maybe 50 or so feet away, you can hear music coming. Not like the discordant sounds that you heard before. Flight of the Valkyries, classical music, as you just hear that and a roaring engine sound coming from deeper into the jungle. And the two creatures kind of stop running at you and then speed off in that direction.
Well, that was convenient.
And
Huh. Do we have to fight these things with acid and sound?
Seems like sound just kind of distracts them.
Is anybody really good at guitar?
I pull a guitar. No, I'm just kidding.
and as you guys are kind of as you slow down a little bit, kind of wondering what's going on, you see lights coming from the jungle. Just pretty clearly man-made lights driving up, and you see 3 ATVs pull up, a woman and two guys, and they kind of pull up on either side of your car, of the APC, and the woman who seems to be like kind of in charge pulls up next to you. Says, "You guys heading towards Heron Base?"
Yes, we are. Thank you. Did you play that music?
Yeah, it seems to distract him. Don't know why.
Perfect.
Here, come along.
All right.
We'll escort you.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of turns around and pulls ahead as the other two drive at either side of you for the last like 5 minutes of your trip up to Heron Terraforming Station, which
Good that there's other people that are alive. That's a good sign.
Yeah, it seems like they didn't all die.
and as you're pulling up to the station, you couldn't see it probably running along it further into the jungle, but there must be a river that you guys were kind of following along, because Heron Terraforming Station is mostly a dam with a large generator area over to one side and base built into the mountain on kind of either side of this dam.
I guess when you can just make the environment whatever you want, this is a very efficient way to get energy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hydroelectric, yeah. Turn a turbine. Yeah.
So you guys kind of head up this winding path up the mountain to get to this set of garage doors that you park inside. And as you park, the woman who was leading the group kind of beckons you to all come down out of the APC before. She just kind of looks like she wants to talk to you about something.
Mm-hmm.
Up, down. Ma'am.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Sergeant Valdez. These are Private First Class Pedro and Corporal Nikov. And they kind of all nod at you.
Pleasure
Yeah.
to meet you. You can call me Al. I'm hired security, so not part of the corporation.
So you guys were sent here by the company, though?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good, I suppose. Look, before we head in there, I want to talk to you guys about something. I'm not a sergeant. I was field promoted after everything that happened in there. But I do still feel some kind of sense of responsibility for these men around me. And a few of them have gone missing. They went down to the emergency reactor to try to turn it on before these rains that are supposed to be coming deal damage to the rest of the station. They were trying to make sure the emergency reactor's working.
So what's the react? Is the reactor still working?
So the main power for the station is still working. There's a good chance it'll get damaged in the upcoming storm, according to the scientists that are here. So they wanted to go down and get the emergency reactor started.
Do we know if it started or no?
Doesn't seem like it. We're still having power issues throughout the station, and we haven't heard anything from my men for a good couple hours at this point.
You think they're still alive?
I don't know, but if there's a chance, I need to see it through.
Have these creatures invaded the base at all?
They've been around, mostly keeping to the outside as far as I can tell. They haven't made any direct assaults yet, but
So they shouldn't not be. They should be, in theory, okay. The only thing that's weird is that they haven't turned on the emergency generator.
Maybe they got caught down there or some kind of.
Or there's another
system.
issue of something that needs help getting fixed or whatever, but they're not inside yet. We should be fine.
Yeah.
At least they should still be there trying to fix the problem.
Then why did we get attacked in Greta base?
That base is closer. I don't know. Like, maybe that's where they all started coming from, too. They hit that base first.
they attacked us there. We all retreated back here.
Yeah.
Is there a security system in the reactors?
Not particularly, no. There's since it's mostly just company personnel out here, and we are in the middle of nowhere. Security is just kind of the personnel.
Got it.
That's not great.
Do you have any medical facilities here?
We have some medics and some basic medical equipment, but nothing too extreme. We don't have a hospital, not here.
Two friends here.
Yeah. Would you happen to have a suit of armor? And I point at mine that just has foam all over it, and
Is
a
it-
hole in the center.
There's a smiley face and foam on them for
He
some
kind of
reason.
looks confused, and
Yeah. I wrestled one of the crabs.
wow, and you made it?
Well,
That's-
I mean, Clay here hit it with a car. Well,
Nice.
APC.
Good work. Anyway,
Can
yeah, we may have a hazard suit knocking around
Do you-
somewhere that you can at least
Do
get
you
something.
know how to fight these things?
We haven't found
Alright.
anything effective yet.
So can I ask one other question?
Yeah.
If there's no one if they're not inside the facility yet, and you're having power failures, and have you been having any other trouble with the facility not working the way it's supposed to?
Not particularly. I mean, we have had trouble with the communications tower.
When we found,
That's been transmitting that signal that I guess you guys have heard.
when we found that last one, he looked just like someone from the facility. It could be self-sabotage.
Could be. But Doc, what was that acid that we used to deal with the?
Yeah, well, we just any kind of acid really basically is what
Yeah.
we need. But
It was
No, wasn't it
specific. It was a
specific?
specific kind of acid. It was. Sorry, I have to look back. I should have made a note of that.
I should have made a note of that too. To be honest
It
with you.
was hydrofluoric acid.
So
If you'd like to
'cause
write that,
that-
down, just so
That dissolves bone and such.
Cal-
Right?
It attacks calcium.
it attacks calcium.
Yeah,
specifically,
so-
which is what crab shells are made out of.
Any idea if the eggheads can get you hydrofluoric acid?
I don't know. Maybe I don't. I don't speak to them much. They are weird, cagey. I don't trust them.
It might be time to break bread so you can get out of here and your men alive.
That's fair. And look, I want to, and I'd like to get down. I'd like to get down to that reactor as fast as possible. We need to, and the eggheads have their own ideas of what we need to do next. So they've been fighting me on every turn trying to get that done.
Well, maybe it's worth talking to them because we can't go fighting anything that's down there without acid.
Yeah, without the hydrofluoric acid.
So we need that or some other thing that can
High
dissolve
armor penetrating
yeah.
weaponry of some
because
sort.
bullets bounce off. We can attack them at melee, but it has to be something in the weak spots of their joints.
Which
it's-
is almost non-existent without dumping acid on
It's
them.
very hard. Having the acid dissolve them, or like a laser, or perhaps we can put them in some kind of binding thing that could create enough pressure to crack the shell, like a giant metal thing with handles on it. You know what I'm talking about? You know, and we can just crush them. And then for some reason put hot butter on them. I don't know why.
The problem is, and as much as I would like to help everyone else out too, as far as we can tell,
I don't know why I found that so funny.
as far as we can tell, the floods will be starting soon, and the emergency reactor, is probably one of the first places that'll get hit by those floodwaters. So if there are survivors down there, we're worried that it's not. At least me and my team are worried that they're not gonna make it once the flooding starts.
Yeah, but we need to talk to the eggheads because if we don't get hydrofluoric acid,
We can't fight
we
anything.
can't fight.
We can't
so
help anything.
we would just go down there and be another corpse to add to the pile.
So we should
Yeah.
go do that now and
Yeah.
get down there.
All right,
We're not just brushing you off because I would like to get as many people out of here as possible.
Yeah, honestly,
but-
the more people we save, the better for us, for everybody. You
just
know.
know that we don't have a lot of time on this, regardless of what's going on.
When's this storm supposed to hit? Like when's this supposed to start?
Within hours.
I show her my arm. I go, yeah, tell me about time.
Look, I'm just telling you, if you want to save those people, you're going to have to swim down if you wait too long.
I might be a crab by then, so I might be good.
I was gonna say honestly, the crab thing might help with
I'm gonna
that.
start a Deadpool, by the way. Would you like in?
Sure, I'll give you 2 days.
2 days, man. Generous.
3 days. You
I mean,
strong.
how much-
You built like a horse. Is that
Well,
they
you
strong?
can't get infected by it, so you got to be the cashier.
Wait, did
I
we
got it.
determine that it could? No, it couldn't affect androids, right? Then we don't know.
I mean,
You have no information
Seems
to or
less
against
likely.
to or against that.
Less likely, but not impossible. I
Alright.
would say.
50 credits he does today.
Oh wow!
I got 40 credits on 3 days.
I'm not going to bet on my patient. That would be immoral.
Yeah, you took an oath, sir.
I did.
Hold on, I'm
I'm
gonna.
a doctor. I'm a corporate doctor, which means I do this for money.
I hope you take that money from me.
All right, look, we can go inside now. I just wanted to get to you guys before anyone else did.
You said you want to in on this, right? How many credits do you want on how many days?
60
days, right?
on
Yeah.
2 days.
Listen, I'm still hoping to get you guys to a medical facility. You're going to figure out what this is, counteract it, and everybody will be fine.
and if you do, I get all the credits, which is great.
Well, and not only that, then I would save 2 more corporate assets, which I think, even though you guys are mercenaries, It still would be a good thing for me.
We could use them again in the future. For sure.
Exactly.
Al, if you die today, we will all probably die today. And in hell, I'm getting those money. I'm getting those monies, boy.
I mean, you gotta get it from Harold.
She opens the big like garage doors that let you pull the APC into this like kind of hangar area. It looks like it has a spots for a few other APCs, but right now it's just the one you guys pulled in.
Mhm.
And as you guys are all kind of unloading from the APC and walking up, another guy, big, strong looking, maybe in his like late 20s, clearly some kind of soldier, kind of is walking up to you guys, and you hear Valdez, the woman you were speaking with, kind of scoff under her breath and say, "Hello, Brookman." And he goes, "Valdez." And she just kind of walks past him,
Oh,
and he kind
Valdez.
of walks up to you.
pull out about 8. Actually, I pull out 1, 2. I pull out 6 dog tags. Are these going to you, or am I hanging on to these to turn them in at the end?
I can take him.
I give her Xavier, Lang, Resnick, Kaplan's, and Ibarra's dog tags.
Thank you. This means a lot.
Hope that somebody would do it for me.
And as she's kind of looking at them, she shoots a horrible look at Brookman, and he just kind of shakes his head, and she walks off, and he turns to you guys.
Brookman,
Nice, pleasure to meet all you guys. I'm HM3 Brookman. This guy, clearly a soldier, like I said, big, built, but with your time in the military, and you can tell that this guy has clearly the judgmental but kind eyes of a cleric. Jeez, medic. Well,
He's a
Well,
holy
we
man.
skipped a whole.
well, I mean, he might be the pastor.
Is he a Presbyterian?
Apparently.
he looks like a medic.
But
Yes. So, are you the ones that corporate sent to try to get us out of here?
partially.
They sent us to investigate, and yes, so yes.
All right. Look, shit has gone fucking tits up here, and it's
No.
only getting worse by the day. I have a plan to try to get us. Out of here as fast as possible. The communications tower has, it's fucked somehow, and there's carks around it. We need to get them off of that tower and get up there, see if we can repair it, and get an emergency signal out as fast as possible.
What did you call that thing? A cark?
Carks. We've been calling them carks.
Wait, we have a tower functioning at the other facility.
But didn't we try to send
We
it
sent
up?
something. I got a message to our ship out in orbit.
Yeah.
How far out are you trying to send this message?
We were trying to get it to anyone who can listen. Once you sent your message out, we tried contacting the ship too, and we got nothing back. So we didn't know what was going on.
Wait. So why are we gonna get Why are we clearing a second relay station when we know we have a relay station that's open and working?
I didn't know that there was a relay station.
Well, that's
open and
because
working.
until we were finishing it, it was not open and working.
It wasn't. He disconnected the he disconnected the main base from that tower, and he was able to get a message out. It was janky. It wasn't like a perfect solution.
So-
It worked for the time being.
We already got a solution for you then, Bucko.
Yeah, it's rigged in a weird way.
Rigged.
But we did get a transmission out. You guys heard it by the sounds of it.
Yeah, we did. Okay,
And we
if you
did-
think you can get back there and get another
Wait, why are we
transmission.
getting back there? Why don't you just send a couple people on the quads?
We're short staffed, but
No
Wait,
shit.
I can write down instructions and we can try to.
Because look, we hear you got men down in the reactor.
yeah, we do.
So, if we have an option that doesn't require us to clear another area full of bugs, I point at the hole. I go, would appreciate it.
So while I think you're right, we do have another issue. Please correct me if I'm wrong. They're still transmitting whatever signal got the two of you guys.
What do you mean?
the weird music.
Have you found any way of blocking that?
No, not as far as I know.
Well,
The eggheads have been looking into something, but I don't know too many details. of it.
so that is also my idea. We can send a transmission. Awesome. We should be able. Well, in theory, if we can craft a similar frequency inverted, we can actually cancel it out. We should be able to actually cancel it out.
So then I'm gonna win the Deadpool, is what you're saying?
Then well, I don't know if you're still going to turn into a crab,
Oh, okay.
or if something else would happen. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I might just drop dead right then and there.
You never heart attack,
I don't like this plan anymore.
get hit
Best
by an
case scenario
APC.
for you.
Just drop dead.
If I drop dead.
Today. Yeah, you get 150
I'll
credits.
probably drop dead too at that point.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Isn't that not true?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Oh, well, so the way in my head it works, and we should talk to some scientists before we do anything else, is it would at least stop other people from getting infected, right?
Why are you asking me if I'm right?
if
I mean,
hearing-
he's right.
In
If
theory,
hearing
it
the
sounds right to
song
me.
is what's doing it, then being able to cancel it out and at least not having it be broadcasted. Are they broadcasting it through speakers, or is it like a actual radio frequency?
It's a frequency, if I remember right.
I do not know. I'm not the person you should be asking about that.
No, I'm not. I'm no.
But then we don't have to
scientist.
go there, and we don't have to fight them, but we can at least stop it from getting worse.
That sounds good.
We'll
to me.
talk. Let's talk with the scientist here in the base, and
I'll get you some instructions on how that relay tower was working.
Okay.
Before we do that, though, I point at my armor that has the foam all dotted all over it, and I say, regardless of what like priorities come up, I'm gonna have to probably engage with some crabs again.
Yeah,
or what are they called?
Parks.
Carks. Not too far off, honestly.
Yeah.
yeah, we can at least get you a hazard suit or something for the time being.
I'll take
Just-
whatever you got, man.
All right.
'cause
Yeah.
Right now, it's open air.
This is Corporal Ivanovic. He can take you down over to the mess hall, and then the eggheads usually hang out around there. You can probably find them, and then once you decide what you're going to do next, you can let us know.
Yeah, we'll be in contact because Harold over here can get you instructions, and if you can send out like just 2 scouts, I would honestly say people who can get in and out.
The base is also clear.
It's
We
also-
made sure
yeah.
of it.
Well, for now.
Well,
Well, as
well-
far as last we knew.
Yeah.
well, we
As
also-
of 20 minutes ago,
and we
30 minutes
we
ago.
closed doors as we went behind us. It's not like they're wide open. Although I don't know if
They
they're
got
smart
it.
enough
They
to-
got in there somehow, though,
Well,
originally.
and I don't know if they're smart enough to open the doors. I have no
Or
idea.
did they get in there, or was it just that radio frequency started playing? That's
Yeah.
don't open comms. That's what happened. They opened
Yeah,
comms,
open
got hit with
comms,
that, and
that's
started
what it
tearing
was,
each other
yeah.
apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much nailed it. All right. Corporal Ivanovic kind of salutes. Here, you can follow me.
Sounds good.
Oh, you got his suit.
And yeah, I'll bring it over to you guys once you're sitting down.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'll go grab it. And he leads you down a couple hallways into a pretty basic mess hall. The lined picnic tables just kind of spread out randomly. And as you guys are sitting down and the corporal's walking away to go grab your suit, kind of sharp-looking woman in a lab coat walks up to you guys, and she says, "Hello, are you the ones corporate sent?"
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Ma'am.
ma'am.
Good. I am Dr. Edom. It is a pleasure to meet all of you.
It's a pleasure to meet you
well,
as well.
that answers one of the questions.
Dr. Edom, have you found any way of canceling out this crab music?
We've been analyzing the signal as much as we can without actually hearing it. And as far as we can tell, it doesn't behave like any other kind of radio signal that we've ever studied.
Can you get me some of that data, please?
Here's the problem. I can try, and it's not. The main problem is a lot of our research, even before everything that's happened, is down in the laboratory, which is currently, as far as we know, unsupervised. There could be any number of things down there. More of these carks.
Have they made it into the base?
it's hard to be sure. Some of them are small. They can get places that you're not expecting.
Were you the one? You were at the other base previously, correct?
Yes. We all retreated back here after
We had some
that
notes
base was
about,
attacked.
Were
about
you?
this doctor, right? In,
Yeah.
Last one. So.
Have you studied these creatures at all?
We've been doing some cursory stuff around now, but it's a fairly
Recently?
new. It's a new development. It's a
You-
lot of.
Do you have any acids that are higher than a base 8 on the scale? It would be like hydrochloric fluoric acid or higher.
We need something that's
Not-
going to deteriorate bone.
Not here, possibly down in the labs,
Okay.
but
Or the
So-
would the chemicals to make more of it be there? Because that's how we're gonna get out of here.
I didn't do much with the chemistry labs.
Do you have
So-
a chemist we could speak to? Or did they
They-
turn into a crab?
I haven't seen them. I don't know where they are.
They could also be in the
Carcators.
reactor.
Yeah.
Crap.
That could actually legitimately very much be the thing, and they could be at the reactor.
Crap.
Hey, is something under Greta base?
Not as far as I know. What do you mean?
When we went toe to toe with one of these crab fucking things, it was digging a big hole in the garage, right? And
It was-
imagine that.
Yeah.
It was a
No, that was
wide
right.
hole and deep. Well, it was like trying to dig deep.
Yeah, no, that was right.
So that's
Interesting.
from what we've seen, that is part of some kind of part of the process. They just kind of their transformation. They just kind of lose themselves and begin working. Oddly, they just start digging or collecting things or doing menial tasks without being asked and without thinking about it.
So like a hive mind.
Have
Something like that.
you had any?
Could have been starting
we,
a
we
tunnel.
asked you before, but with these crab people things, you said you research if you had any would be down there.
Yes.
I do think it will be the acid being there and the potential information to stop the radio frequency and all that other stuff. Like that needs to be our first spot.
I agree.
But we gotta move now.
We do have to move now.
I mean, I'd love to hit both the reactor and the lab.
we
just
have a
to-
couple hours as before the storm really kicks up.
Well, we can
So
try.
we gotta move.
Yeah, and but I do need that
Medical
armor.
attention. Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, medical attention. And Doc, you got anybody here who can set a rib?
No, we have like a basic medical supplies, but I can offer a stim pack.
we should
Yeah,
take
I'll-
that just in
I'll
case.
take it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't mind giving it to Doc Larry.
She like pulls it out of her jacket pocket and
Oh,
hands it
thank
to you.
you.
And then the lieutenant was gonna come bring you. Whoever brought us here was gonna then bring
No,
you.
that was just a random.
The corporal.
The
Yeah.
corporal
Yeah.
was gonna bring you the armor set. Once we get that,
I
we'll
mean,
head
it's a
out.
hazard suit. You don't
Yeah.
have any armor sets laying around from any fallen soldiers, do you?
Not as far as I know.
Most of them were probably in the other base, honestly.
So, Doc, I also got another question about this whole situation. It sounds like you and security aren't getting along the best, because I'm assuming you are representing the scientists, correct?
More or less, I suppose.
What's going on here? We need to be working together if we don't want to get out of here.
They're brutes. They only want to solve things with their guns. They don't think before operating, and they're not listening to me is the big thing.
Mm.
I have been telling them over and over again that the lab should be our primary priority, which you all seem to agree with. But all of them are rambling on about time and leaving and saving people, and it's just they don't listen, they don't understand,
Well,
they don't
basic,
think.
basic logic is we don't have anything to fight these things with. We are dead in the water.
They don't know that though. They don't know the acid
Yeah,
is what
they
you
don't
have
know
to do
the
to
acid.
crack the shell. Now that we know that, we can properly evaluate our the opportunities before us and go.
Let's make
prioritize
sure everybody
properly.
knows that that's what we're doing, and that's how we killed the other one, just so that if God forbid we perish, at least they have a chance.
Yeah, because I do agree with trying to get as many people out of here as possible.
It doesn't matter. All that matters is that data in the lab. If you guys work for the company, you should understand that.
Well, we
I'm
were
a
actually
freelancer.
We
I
were
don't
actu-
care.
we
You're
were
being
actually
paid
s-
by the company. You should go get. You need to go get that data.
Well,
You
actually,
need
The
to
li-
survive, lady.
honestly, if we're being honest, what we were told is we just need to go get that android. So we could
Yeah,
also
actually,
just
so I
leave.
could just leave you to fucking rot if you want to be a bitch
I mean,
about it.
that's a little extreme. I do agree that the research could be invaluable. Plus, we have to go there for potential acid anyway. So I don't see.
Doc, I agree with you, and wasn't saying that we weren't gonna do that, but she got all hoity-toity on me because I'm also one of these
And
gun-toting brutes.
I understand. I understand, Al.
I
but
don't
you have-
think at this point it matters. Let's go get you your armor set.
And if you are expecting to do anything after that, you are all equally insane. We need to leave as soon as you get that data, regardless of anything else.
Wow.
I mean, we'll see. Have to
We'll-
see how
we'll have
long
to
it
see what
takes
the
to get
time is,
to
yeah.
get that data, won't we?
Because if there is time, then reactor. Just because.
Nobody listens. Nobody understands.
You want this data or no? 'Cause
Yes,
I
it
don't,
is. It is the highest priority.
and we agree with you, but you seem to be fighting us.
I'm just trying to be realistic with you. We need to understand the situation. If you're going to throw your lives away and this data for a few soldiers, then we have to do what we have to do.
Can I ask you another question that's actually extremely important? How do you plan on getting off of this moon?
I think that's us.
That would be you.
Is
Is-
pause out of character for a second. Is our ship big enough to carry all these people?
Yeah,
No.
I think,
No
it's
way.
not.
No,
I
it has,
didn't-
it
I didn't
has-
think so.
It has space for you guys and a few more, but
So
Big ship up in orbit.
the lander would have to make a couple trips,
Yeah.
and the big ship up in orbit probably has room for. It's not that big. It's just like
Oh,
a transport.
okay.
It's a what's the word I'm looking
Just
for?
more
It's a
mid-size, smaller, like not,
yeah, it's a smaller transport ship. It was
Oh, I
it basically just
misunderstood.
got you guys here.
well, and
It's not
that's
the
all
Mass
it needed.
Effect
It
ships.
needed
It is
That's
no,
what I
it's
was
it's
thinking.
not a capital ship or anything.
It's
That's
No,
what I
it
was
is
thinking.
like
it
10
is a
people
shit can.
probably.
it is a shit can that meant to get you guys here.
I misunderstood.
and maybe an
Yes.
additional android.
Yes, and maybe one or two additional people.
So-
the companies are going to give you more than
High
what they
priority
need.
personnel.
Yes.
Yeah. Like the doctor would probably be a bonus because they would want her. I would imagine.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So
Oh, fuck the reactor then. Can't save those guys anyway.
we might need power though. Actually, that's super important. But
Okay.
back into character for a second. We're meant to get you off of this moon.
I assume that's what you were contracted to do.
Okay. So we should start and we should get the data.
Do you
What
know,
about the android?
Do you know about this android?
We should
Yeah.
start in.
Yes.
Hinton.
You mean Hinton? Yeah. He's been gone for a couple days. He went down with the crew that went to the reactor.
All right. So
But-
reactor back on the table. Got it. Understood. But
But
the
your
point
priority should still be the
the point still remains.
The lab,
We can't do
actually.
anything
Lab.
without acid.
If we run into any of these creatures, we're screwed. Or we have to just sacrifice somebody to run away and hopefully draw them away.
Why
All
don't
right,
we-
doctor. It's been a pleasure. Anyone else have any questions for our nice
Why
doctor
can't-
friend?
Why can't we convince some of these jarheads to go on a side mission for us?
Well, that's what we're doing back to send that distress signal out from our working tower.
And until we get the acid, we'd just be sending them to their death.
Fair.
Which is why we can't just go to the reactor first. Unless there is nothing in here. But, like, there's no security, so we can't assume
We
that.
don't know. There's no cameras. We can't hook into anything, right? Nothing. Yeah.
And the power's faulty anyway, so even if there was, who knows if we could even get into it.
Yeah. Power's
So
off
we
and
get
on.
you your armor, we get down to the labs, and we make whatever we need to do as much hydrofluoric acid as we can, and then we get going.
Like I said, anything higher than about an 8 on the scale should be fine.
Doc, you got schematics or a map or something of the facility, or
Yes, I do. I can send them to you.
appreciate it. Send them to Harold. He's our android.
All right, that's good. I guess we're off to the lab then.
Unless you got some supplies that you could pass along to us aside from that stim pack. We'll take what you got.
And which we do much appreciate.
I don't have anything personally. No, most of the supplies are wrapped up with the soldiers at this point, and
Got it.
Why don't we see if we can't grab some of the sergeant's crew with us.
Kind of as you guys are talking, that guy you were speaking with earlier comes in with like a folded up hazard suit and hands it to you.
Which is, I believe, 2 armor.
It's
Better than nothing.
yeah, it's not necessarily armored, but well, it it has the armor, the standard 2 armor points of a hazard suit. But he says it's not body armor, but it'll at least keep you sealed.
Yeah,
I'll
better.
take what I can.
It's what we got, unfortunately.
There's no effects for fallen soldiers or anything like that.
We got out of that first spot, the first base as fast as possible once we decided to retreat back here.
That's good. I'm glad you got most of your crew.
Yeah, it's as many as people as we could get. So, and if you didn't find anything when you were looking around up there, then that's what we had.
I don't think I was looking specifically, so that was on me.
Yeah, that's fine. We can.
You can recall that all of the metal that was it seemed like in the armory, all of the weapons were gathered up and melted together, if you remember correctly.
I wasn't, but like I wasn't looking
you
at
also,
corpses
you weren't
for
looking.
armor. I wasn't looking.
Dog tags, weird
I was
things
looking for
that happen
dog tags. That's it, really.
Yeah.
Thinking back, none of the corpses were armored. None of the soldiers had armor on.
Okay.
Which would
Does
make
this guy
kind of
have
make
armor?
sense.
He is wearing armor.
Okay,
yes.
cool. All right, at least somebody's got some armor
Yes.
here.
The soldiers you have been seeing are wearing body armor.
Okay, good.
Well, and see, what we'll just do is we'll take a few of them down, and
I don't think they're gonna come. With
They're
us
not going
now.
to come to do this. They're going to come to the.
Well, some of the soldiers, the medic soldier wants to go back to the original base.
He wants to go to the other tower that they're all at.
Right.
And
Well,
we're
no.
convincing him
To go back
to try to
yes,
get some
I
some
see.
people to go to the other base. That
Right.
doesn't mean he's going and he could still go.
Well,
storm that
his
tower.
idea. That's what I'm saying. Then we just need that his people are going to be busy. So then why don't we talk to the sergeant and see if we can grab her, maybe a couple people, and
Thanks, Corporal.
thank you, Corporal.
And he just kind of walks off.
And hopefully we can get a few more bodies to help us. More eyeballs will help.
Can we go to a more secluded
Yeah, we should.
place?
Dr. Edom's also walked away at this point once you kind of started talking with the corporal.
All right, as long as nobody's around us.
You guys are kind of
We can
more or
also
less
talk in hushed tones.
Yeah.
You guys are more or less
This is more of a hushed tone.
alone at this point.
Why are we bothering with even helping these people? The corporation already signed their death warrant.
We need to get the acid so we can get to the reactor to get
I
the
agree.
android.
I agree, but why are we bothering to use them to get to the android? What do we do at the end when they all decide to turn on us because we can't get them back into the ship?
I mean, we just got to get to the ship before them.
I really don't want to kill them all.
We don't have to. We get there, we leave them. Like
It's simple. Look. We have to take a transport ship to go back up and forth. Correct? How many more people can we handle on our ship? Maybe
one or two. We just take the 1 or 2 people up with us so they
on
think
the
we're coming
regular.
back.
We
and
say
never
we're
come
coming back, and then we radio and say we're not coming back. Have a nice life.
Or we
And
don't even do that. We just leave.
You're just okay with that?
It's what we
How
have
else
to
are we
do.
going to be? There's no other way to get
Unless
them
you
off.
have a better option.
How do
They
we-
won't
can
fit
we-
on our ship.
Yeah, how can we
either.
get them off? We can't put them into hypersleep. How can we?
I'm down to listen to the solutions, but this is what we got.
There's no other ships or whatever.
That's why I asked her what's her plan to get off this planet, and she didn't say anything about ships being here. She said, "Oh, I'm assuming that's what you guys are for."
Look, I don't care so long as I don't turn into a giant crab. What's the one solution that means I don't turn into a giant goddamn crab?
I mean, that's a good point.
Nobody has said that out loud. Nobody has given
Well,
a shit.
I think
So I'm a little dejected from this argument.
Well, why don't we get more information from the research in the lab?
that's
that'll
what's
help.
actually going to be the best part.
Exactly.
Um,
So I don't really care
the
beyond
acid,
them. Fuck all
and-
these people. They don't care about us.
So lab it is.
well, and the doctor.
Lab it is.
We got to take that doctor with us.
To the lab?
No. Back to the ship.
Oh no, I think we just go to the lab, right?
Yeah,
Mm,
we're just going to the lab. So let's get going to the lab.
Oh, we're not going to take soldiers with us?
they're
No,
they're
trying
not
to get.
gonna.
They're not gonna. They're trying to get to the.
Next one.
Yeah.
They're okay with going to the reactor to help people out.
On our way back.
Now, here comes what about if it rains or whatever, the storm hits and it's all underwater?
They said a few hours. If that's what it is, we have to wait it out. I guess. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out from there.
All right.
Well, we got to get that. Android was in a cave system, I believe.
The android, if you check the tracker, is not in the base.
Right.
He's not.
He's
No.
further out, right? 'Cause
He's
this-
further away.
This is like the middle ground between.
Yes.
Mhm.
They just thought he was at the
don't
reactor.
care about the reactor.
No,
first is
but
lab.
we still need more acid.
We
before
do.
the lab.
Okay. All right. Let's go to lab.
Yeah, lab.
All right, so you guys are gonna try to head down to the lab. Are you gonna try to find Dr. Edom first, or are you going to?
Why do we need to tell Dr. Edom?
She knows we were going down there already,
Well,
right?
you know what's a good idea, just in case? Maybe we should ask her for any passwords or
That's not
key
a bad
cards.
idea.
Security access.
ask
Yeah.
her where this stuff would be in the lab.
Yeah.
She's sending us a
The
map
general
and the layout.
area.
That's not a
Yeah.
bad idea. Sure, go for it.
Just in case, God
All right,
forbid. So
um,
I'll gonna go find her and then
okay.
I'll
You follow about where she walked out of the like kitchen area,
Yeah.
and you see her walking down a separate hallway, so you're able to catch up to her.
Doctor.
Yes.
Just before we go to lab, is there any key cards or passwords?
So you are going. You are going.
You're going to the lab, yes.
All
We
right.
just want to make sure we can retrieve the information we need, and also get to the chemistry lab part. If you could point that out on the map as well.
And where
Okay.
you're.
I will come with you.
Oh, excellent. Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
You're going to need my security clearance to get anywhere.
Excellent. How is security here? Is it retinal DNA?
Mostly key cards, but
Hmm.
and passwords every now and then. A few
Ooh.
Doc,
codes, but
this is very dangerous.
I'm coming with you.
We don't
well-
want your dead weight holding us back. We don't have a lot of time.
If you would,
only security personnel here, and I'm already wounded. I don't need another person to have to take a bullet or take a crab claw for.
It is a bit concerning. If you can give us whatever, if we need to get into and point it out on the map you're going to send us, we'll be happy to go down and
Why
get
don't
it.
we give you Harold's comms so we can stay in communication?
That's actually a great idea.
I mean, let's
You
Fine.
can stay
Yeah.
up here with
Is there a
more
specific
soldiers.
reason why you want to come down there, or
I need to make sure that all the data is collected properly. I need to make sure that everything's there.
I can do that very easily if you point out what's needed
I-
and give me any passwords and clearance that we need.
There's
it's very good.
a lot from a few different sources.
Harold's an android, though. We should be able to copy.
Yeah, if you tell him a complicated series of things, he'll do them.
And they'll memorize.
and we can even keep you on the line too.
You've worked with androids before. Come on, Doc.
I mean, I'm sure he can turn on
Yeah.
his.
Okay.
You know, if you
That's
get close
fine.
to a view screen, you might even be able to. He might be able to video call you. You can see what he sees.
I feel like this lady is hiding something. Is there anything I can roll to detect?
She's hiding something.
Yeah,
She's
okay.
clearly hiding
Yeah.
something. She is very, very clearly hiding something.
Yeah.
She wants to come with you very desperately, despite the fact that it's incredibly dangerous.
All right, so that's the thing.
I want her
Sure.
to come with us now. Honestly,
She-
Sort of.
Oh, put a bullet.
I'll do it.
So I give her my comms.
Mhm. Fine. While you're down there, see if you can find Dr. Ziegler. He was one of my coworkers down there, and
Fine print.
I just want to make sure he's safe. I haven't heard from him in a while. He's been
We'll
down there, and I don't know what's down there.
we'll double check. We'll see if we can find him. We're gonna need a key card on your passwords.
Who is Dr. Ziegler?
He's one of my fellow researchers. He's one of the other xenobiologists.
He's a xenobiologist. Was he leading the charge on this?
We were working together. I'm technically the lead researcher, but we were working directly together.
were you hand in hand? Would you say?
It was strictly professional, if that's what you're getting at.
I don't know. I just said if you guys working closely together. That's all.
So was he the one that potentially would have strapped one of these things down to a table in the other lab?
Possibly, yes. That would probably make the most sense.
Interesting.
So what exactly was your part versus her part? Her versus his part? I don't know.
Yes.
Gender.
But I'm mostly theoretical, and I would handle the I would handle that side of things, the theoretical.
He was more the
research
mad
and then-
scientist. I'm
yes, he was
assuming.
more the hands-on style research. I was more numbers. He was more.
Honestly,
Real
this is the guy to talk to about our
Everything
issues.
that we've
Yeah,
been talking about.
honestly.
Yeah.
Hang
All
on.
right.
1 second before we dismiss you. Can I one huddle real quick, just like off to the side? Do we tell her that she's coming with us?
I don't think so. Leave her here. We need your stuff. Here's my comm channel, and we'll make sure we video you in and keep you posted. And if we have anything to make sure we collect all the data, we'll make sure we call. If you have any concerns while we're going through, please reach out. And we'll
Okay.
get there. We're going to be more efficient by ourselves.
Okay.
Probably
fine.
faster too if we can try to
That's
move on.
that's more what I meant.
And she hands you like some data with like key card, like a key card and a few different like data pieces. With
Cool.
You have access to everything now.
Anything else you would want us to keep an eye out for down there? Personal
Just-
effects or anything of the like?
Do you have
No,
any
my-
lab
my-
with live specimens in it?
No,
All right.
not down there. And the my personal mini computer is the primary thing you need to get.
That should have everything on it.
That should at least be able to. I can at least download everything onto it. That has a good chunk of the data, and I can get the rest of it.
All right. Anything else?
No, just if it's clear, let me know, and I'll come down.
Well,
have
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I think
that
that's
would
more than
make
fair.
everything a whole lot easier if it was clear, for sure.
I don't think it will be,
I
Doctor.
don't think it will. Well, I mean, if we're able to clear it, then I mean,
Yeah, if we can take care of everything first, then at that point,
Well, that'd be
Professional
fantastic.
diagnosis.
All right.
It's not.
oh, how long you think?
It's almost impossible to tell. The least I've seen is 10 hours.
Okay.
The longest I've seen is 2 weeks.
Wow, 2
Cool.
weeks. Wow, look at me go.
that's pretty
That
good.
might be-
That's pretty good.
Do you want to get in on the death?
Yeah, you want to get on my death pool?
Yeah.
No. I
All
mean,
right.
Any sort of related accelerators? Maybe?
not as far as we found.
Circumstantial evidence?
No.
Nothing? All right.
Nothing that we found.
Hmm.
Basically completely random.
That sucks. Ain't
Great.
y'all scientists?
It perplexes us just as much as it does you.
And I'm sure they didn't have a whole lot of time to study this.
Yes,
I-
we've been dealing with the consequences for
So
a
it's got to
while.
be a spell, a witchcraft of some sort, space witches, aliens,
science can solve everything.
super race.
Seen,
Oh my
seen
god,
a lot
I'm
of
never
weird
seeing
stuff.
my data again.
Doctor, calm down. Me and Harold will
I'm gonna
make
die
sure.
here. I'm gonna die here, and my family's going to die.
Oh no, I may be an imbecile, but I get it done.
Listen, Doctor, may I
Did
speak?
you kill a bug? I killed a bug.
I want to speak frank with you. If we do have to leave on our ship, you're one of the few people that are coming with us because you're invaluable. Just so you understand.
That's good, I suppose.
Do not tell anybody else, please.
I won't. Trust me.
Appreciate it.
His op.
All right, let's get going.
Please be as fast as you can.
We plan on it.
And we head off.
Okay. So, as you are kind of heading down one of the hallways towards an elevator, like big main elevator area that'll take you down to the lab, you see Sergeant Valdez, and she kind of looks at you guys like
Valdez,
walking with purpose. Like, where are you guys off to?
get some shit to kill some bugs.
Where?
We have to be able to defend ourselves.
We got to go to the lab to get some hydrofluoric acid.
It's the only thing we found that can actually put a dent into these things, so then you can shoot
or
them.
something else I can chew through their.
Unless you got if you got a vat of hydrofluoric acid, look.
Oh, then we're good to go.
We're happy to go to the reactor
Yeah.
instead.
But the plan is, if we have a couple hours before the rain really kicks up, we hit here, get the stuff we need to actually fight them off, get to the reactor. It's just we can't get to the reactor if there's already those bugs there and have nothing to fight them with.
Yeah, hell, if we
Alright.
run into them before we even get to the acid part, we're going to be in trouble.
Because then you're sending us all to our death.
Yeah, it's possible. We could
Okay,
be going to our
fair
death
enough.
right now.
Fair enough. Be fast and
That's-
don't die.
That's the
If
plan.
we need you to
Believe
get
me,
back here
if we
fast.
get, we will, and if we get any extras, we're gonna make sure we have hydrofluoric acid
Uh,
for as many people as possible.
Can we give you our comm signal just so you have it in case we contact you?
Yeah, I give
Sure.
her my comms too, so she can
So
use
we-
it.
Just be careful with your comms.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
out for the main channels.
For
Nah,
sure,
we're not
for
going to
sure.
open up. We'll just
We
do
use
comm to
we
comm.
use side frequencies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do a comm to comm with you, just in case, God forbid, we need to call you in. You know, hey,
Look, I don't like leaving anybody for their death in the first place. So, but I'm also not willing to walk into my own death. So,
yeah, we need something to fight these things with in order to make sure that we can survive and they can survive. The first rule of rescue. I mean, honestly,
yeah, you know
protect
that.
yourself.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
All right,
I'll
we're
be
burning time.
realistic here. Let's go. Yeah, go now. Please be as fast as you can.
Do you have anybody else who would be willing to go with us? I know you're short staffed. If not, it's okay.
I don't think so. Not right now. I would if I could, but
Alright.
we need to.
Keep the fort held down.
Yeah, we need, since Karks are getting closer and closer, we need to.
Yep.
Stay as fortified as we can. Be fast.
Got it.
All right, let's roll out.
And you guys head into this big kind of cargo elevator and head down to the lab level. It takes probably about like 20 minutes to get down there.
Ooh.
Just because it's a deep facility.
While that's happening, so we should probably make sure we're all on the same page about a couple different things. We should probably keep that android not being where they think it is to ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
We need to see what that data is
Mm-hmm.
before we hand it over to anybody.
Are we even handing anything over? Or are we getting the data and heading out to go get the android?
We should probably do that, honestly.
That's our best bet.
That is our best bet.
To
We
get
can-
back, get people in motion, boogie over to the APC.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't like this, by the way.
is the theory that the
Fucking corpse.
android is somehow underneath the reactor facility, or he's off?
It's not.
He's a few miles
Yeah.
away from the.
I-
He is notably
away.
not where you are right now.
And he's notably not where they think he was either.
Yeah.
So who knows how or why, but
So yeah, we get the acid, we peel off. Well, acid data peel off
yeah, and we just leave.
Hinton.
Yeah.
And then we're probably gonna have to head back to the old base to send out the frequency though.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Not if I can get that information and transmit it to the people that are already there.
Yeah, but then what? We have the soldiers.
We have to
They
go-
they transmit the
We
signal.
also didn't tell those soldiers that.
We have to
We
go
didn't give
back
him
and
anything.
tell them.
And also, it's probably better that we didn't because they call down the pod. It's enough space for us and 2 other people, and we
Yeah.
leave the rest of them. That's not going to go over
But
well. Harold.
we do need to transmit the inverse frequency if I can figure that out from the data that they researched.
That'd be
if
great.
for nothing else for you guys.
Yeah, that'd be good. That would be good.
And if that's only 20 minutes away, and
Yeah.
Hinton isn't a time concern that we're currently aware about. So if we can do this, that's a time concern. Go back there, build it, transmit it, hopefully help you guys out, get to the android.
Well, my issue with that is just the time concern with the storm, because I mean,
Getting anywhere once that storm starts.
it's gonna be
rough.
difficult. So if we can do everything as efficiently as possible, it would be.
So it should be here, Hinton, back to stop the transmission, back to our pod, because that's right in front of that base anyway.
grab Hinton because we're already up this way.
Yeah.
Head south, however much that we gotta to get back to the base. Transmit it up to the ship.
Transmit the inverse frequency out.
Transmit and wait for
Wait
shuttle
for the
to
ship to
come.
come down. Good call.
That's
Nope.
the best way
You're-
that I could think.
You're
to get this
100.
all
You're
done.
110%
We
right.
could always grab the doctor.
The only other thing we need to think about is how do we get out of here with that data, that way the doctor's not asking questions. How do we get our APC out of the garage? But I do have
I mean, you're a mechanic. You can get us in and out of there, right?
Why is that an issue?
because they're all going to be real pissed we're leaving and taking shit. The doc's going to be pissed 'cause we're taking her data and not telling her why.
We can
always
give her
take-
the
We
data.
can always take the doc with us. It's not the end of the world.
We can give a copy of the data to her. You can get your copy, and you can also give her the computer.
It's true.
And if we need to take the doctor, we can say, Doc, come on.
Yeah.
Just stay in the car.
Also, my idea for how we get the soldiers off our back is you figure out, if you do, regardless of if you figure out how to inverse the frequency or whatever, you tell them that you figured it out and that we're going
To solve the problem.
Yeah.
This is all really sketchy, and it's gonna work.
This is corporation work.
It
It's always sketchy.
Sounds pretty.
Yeah,
corporate to me, yeah.
this is just a Tuesday.
We need to apply what the corporation needs from us. Our contract is to get that Android. This data is going to be bonus. The doctor will be bonus. I'm sure we'll get.
The doctors, I don't
think they give a shit about the doctor.
I agree.
she's a good researcher, and I'm sure.
But she's not. This other guy is.
Well,
to be
we can
frank.
take both of them if we find.
She was
them.
mentioned in the request that you got back.
Mm.
It
Oh,
was
to get
the
her
five-
back?
Yeah, she was mentioned.
I thought it was just look for the,
Oh,
the
okay.
military
Retrieve-
guy.
It said retrieve. No, when you contacted your ship at the end of the
the
first part, you got back the mission, retrieve Dr. Edom and the android if possible.
I understand.
wonderful.
I thought it was just
Okay.
the android. I apologize.
Okay.
Okay.
So then, yeah, then
So we're taking
yeah,
her.
we're taking her.
Yeah.
yeah, we're 100% taking her. But
Cool. All right, let's get moving.
Hey everyone, this is Adam. Thanks for watching Beer and Pretzels Gaming with Mothership, another bug hunt. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and join us next time where we see where our spacefaring adventurers end up.